One of the reasons to read and consider the earliest examples of film theory is to see how people struggled to account for the rapid insurgence of a new technology, one that was spreading around the world and creating great change in numerous aspects of human life. It was a new art, one that not only helped us to explain the world differently, but an art that also cried out for explanation. The German writer Arnold Zweig was one of the people who answered that call, and he gave us some pretty interesting theories that are still relevant today. In an essay called Theses on the Theoretical Foundation of Film, Zweig tried to account for some of the reasons film attracts us so strongly. Zweig says that at its most fundamental level, film is the first art to be really and truly based upon life itself. And this is because film exists along with life in the substance that we call time. And because film is an art that exists in time, it is based upon the same free unfolding of objects and events that we ourselves experience in our everyday lives. So unlike a painting which hangs on a wall unchanging, or at least degrades chemically at a rate so slow it is unobservable to the naked human eye, the art of film is the art of representing change as it happens. The world is moving, just as film is moving, and as film moves, it moves both inside the world, but also with the world and beside the world. Film is itself a kind of world in which developments occur, almost independently of the world that created the film in the first place. Something about film escapes the processes and mechanisms that made it, according to Zweig. And this is a truly conceptual and cosmological view, but Zweig says that it is this characteristic that makes film independent from all the other arts. Also important for Zweig is the fact that film can show the entirety of the human body as it moves in nature. For Zweig, this means that film can never be reduced to documentary. Film is never purely documentary in nature, not only because the movements film represent take place in tandem with the movement already going on in the world, but also because all human movement, whether it is filmed or not, comes packed with a sense of plot and a sense of fate. Those who have seen Jorgen Leth's very famous short film, The Perfect Human, will remember how fiercely the simplest human activities inspire him to ask questions of plot and fate and meaning. Merely by seeing a human doing something, we want to know why. Film cannot merely document anything because of this inevitable raising of the questions what and why, which turns the documentation into a story. Questions are exacerbated by editing, the combination of images of people and objects in interaction, which essentially leads to images of community, which is again always in some kind of cosmological relationship with the world. That we add narratives to these scenes is really just icing on the cake. Finally, Zweig suggests that the camera, at its most exciting peak, abandons representing the human world, or at least convinces us to start making films about film itself. And of course Vertov would soon do this in his Man with a Movie Camera.